was weird. What uniforms you wearing, brother?
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
As the weekend approaches, let's settle in and end the week right, son, with an outstanding Thursday night contest here with the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Harrison Mevis to get this one started. And away we go from Brooklyn.
Familiar ass territory.
And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap
Prime
to see the
time
first action
against
of
the
this game.
Bengals.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
First carry of the game for the rookie out of Alabama. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Another carry for him. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. That's Odafe Owe with a stump.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Back to the well again.
He got
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
He just gonna
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Pressure's there, and the Commanders got him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
We're working a couple of yards past the line. Emmanuel Forbes in on the tackle. Couple yards there on 2nd down, and now a long ways to go on 3rd.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. The Bengals send out the punting unit. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. Punt meets him at the 28. And he's brought down before the return gets far. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And the Commanders will go on offense.
I actually don't know if that's a good play off rip.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
It worked.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
2nd and 3. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down.
That's what I get.
And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Receiver in motion, headed right. 3rd and long for him here. Complete beyond the marker. 3rd and 18 kills most drives, right? But they find an opening and hit it to pick up the 1st.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Following that last play, want to keep that pedal down. 1st and 10 from the 45. Now Daniels off the play action. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he has it down to the 30 before going out.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Lone back gets the handoff. Has some space inside the 15. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just a big voice up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1. It's a 9-yard tote, and it sets up 3rd and goal from the 1.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Out of the gun, Daniels. And it falls incomplete. And their first drive won't end in points after all. He stopped, and they're going to turn it over on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything. And boy, did they ever attack it.
Get set. 12, 12, 12.
Now a give on the counter. And he takes it up to about the 6 for a short gain. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
Burrow out of the shotgun. To the right side and reeled in by Chase. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
12, 12, 12.
On 1st down, here's Burrow. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter.
On 2, ready?
Time for our 2nd quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They still have 10 to go here. It's 2nd down. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Michael Dixon on the punt. And he's only a handful of yards from his own goal line. His first effort went 47 yards. Brock looks to have a little more into this one. And he collects the fair catch just inside the 35. No return on that punt. And it'll be their football.
Ain't that ironic?
Ball at the 33 for first down. Play fake here, Daniels. Finds a man, right side. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They'll get 18 yards there. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll run here on first down. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Running back sent in motion. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Now Daniels to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
4th and 3, drive on the line. From the gun, it's Daniels. He connects downfield on 4. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. How about 19 yards on 4th down, and the call to go for it pays off considerably.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Chris Jenkins Jr. there on the tackle. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. They give it to him again. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. To throw, Daniels. This throw is caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Bails out of the pocket quick. And that one's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Why am
So
I
the
not able to
incompletion on
fucking do
first.
anything?
Here's 2nd and goal.
Okay.
There's a give, left side. Give him 3 yards, and they're just inches away on 3rd down.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
Like,
3rd and goal,
fuck,
right back to
man.
him. And he's in for the touchdown. The
Jesus
Commanders get the game's first points here in the 2nd.
My yards
Going
per
after
carry
by
is
Nevis
fucking
is
putrid
good.
because of get
And
stopped
they
in the
add
red zone
one
so
on
much.
to their first touchdown of the contest. Mevis ready to send this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow setting up the play action. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Come on,
Catch
Blase.
is made down the right sideline. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage and I'm gonna beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's gonna find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
Trying to find his tight end. So 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
12.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He's contained at the line for no gain. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Throw on 3rd down. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper. Shredding the slopes. Or dude shredding a defense just like that.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. They'll send him up the middle. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. 3 yards on the run. It's going to be 3rd and goal. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Brooklyn. The Bengals looking for a score before halftime. So now, here's 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
Back now, pressure on its way. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. The 50. And the Commanders get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
And what a huge bonus on top of the takeaway. Not only did you steal the possession, but you immediately, Kate, flip this field and give your teammates a golden opportunity to punch it in for 6. And if they score quickly, well, it'll put that opposing offense right back out there still reeling from that interception.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on 3rd down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
And he drives it down to the 8 before going out. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Washington. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one right down the middle. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. Mevis ready to send this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Burrow from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Timeout taken by the offense. They're 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
This one taken in by Chase. And he'll head out of bounds at the opponent's 35. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
He sends this one to the end zone. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. Took his shot at 6 that time. And it sets up 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go.
To throw again, it's Burrow. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. He's taking a shot towards the end zone. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Commanders make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Back to throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. He fields it from the 8. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Daniels. On the move, headed right. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
You know, as you can see here, things broke down a little bit. He tried to find a connection, but he just could not get on the same page. I'll tell you what I do like about that throw, though. He didn't risk an interception, and he put it out of bounds instead.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Out of the gun, Daniels. Cut out left. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot. And the Bengals bring it out a 5th DB. They're in the nickel, 3rd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He lets one fly deep downfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it's going to be 4th and short. The Commanders ready for the punt. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And a fair catch made without incident just inside the 25. So no return on that punt. And it'll be Bengals football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Hand off to the back. And he found some running room for a nice gain.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Here we go.
Back-to-back carries here. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. This one goes for 3 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
Here we go.
Play action now. Burrow. Buying some time right. Short pass caught by his tight end. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. It was Mike Sanders still on that stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Inside the 30. He does it. Touchdown. The Bengals start the 2nd half with some needed points. PAT effort coming up. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Bengals chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Oh, what a stiff arm. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
I'll tell you what, Kate, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do.
And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with the sack.
Get some space around midfield. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s. Versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
It's a dime look defensively from the Bengals. Third down. Daniels now. Escapes the pocket. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Going ground on first and goal. Has the Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a 13-point lead. Mevis now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. Mevis ready to send this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Running it now out of the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Dump off caught by his back. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Gun. Cut.
On third down, here's Burrow. That one complete to Whittington. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field's thinking the same thing.
Oh, and they fake it. Went for it on the fake, but he couldn't connect with his man. Incomplete. And the fake punt is not going to keep things going, Brock. He winds up short. They're going to turn this football over on downs. New set of downs for him at the 38. On first down, here's Daniels. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders keep their drive alive and reach pay dirt one play later. Mevis with a point after. And the Commanders stretch their lead to 21. Mevis ready to send this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
Here we go.
It's a design boot. Into the hands of Jefferson. Complete. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. They'll head up first and 10 from the 42.
Here we go.
Burrow setting to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Here we go.
Motioning him from the slot right. Trying to find some positive yardage. He's across the 45. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Didn't take a rocket scientist to know, Kate. They wanted to get the ball in this guy's hands any way they could, not just in the passing game, and he just showed you why. This defense not prepared for his impact on the ground.
Let's get set. Cut.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Worth. Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
Bend. Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Buys time, rolling right. Oh, no, they get him yet again. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. Well, how quickly things can change. They were looking so good just a couple of plays ago, and suddenly, not anymore. A red zone look comes up empty with that interception.
I think the pressure got to him there, Kate, and I don't even mean all those pass rushers, although they were certainly coming too. I mean the pressure of being 3rd down in the red zone. That's where you got to slow yourself down as a
Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. Still going. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders put up even more points in a win. Mevis now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders grow their lead yet again. Mevis ready to send this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He'll get this to Jefferson. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
2nd and 6 now. That one's complete, right side. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Gets his running back. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Handoff now out of the gun. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow out of the shotgun. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Fielded at the 11. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Commanders' drive is going to start from deep on their own side of the field. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Option give here. Ooh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, "You have a tight end with his hand on the ground?" "Yes, coach." "You have a fullback still in your roster?" "Yes, coach." "Then you're going to be just fine."
A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And he'll get it up to the 27. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
That kind of call right there, Kate, shouldn't be the 3rd down surprise. It used to be 5, 10, 15 years ago. So common in teams' playbooks league-wide. But boy, is it tough to defend. And that's why they love breaking it out to reset those chains.
Throwing out to the left, cut. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They'll run here from the gun. And he'll take this up to around the 30-yard line. Only a couple of yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Brooklyn. Commanders moments away from celebrating their 14th win this season. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Completed over the middle. And this one does not go far.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. 58 yards on the punt there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Another carry for him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That is teaching tape for a linebacker. Read, react, and finish.
Back to the well again. He's got the 1st and more past the 40. And they'll finally get him down at the 37-yard line. So it's a win on the road for the Commanders. And this streak will live to see another week as they take down yet another opponent over Brock. What has been an incredible stretch of games for them. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the Commanders as we say so long from Brooklyn.